What is it? What is a photograph, right? A photograph is capturing a moment in time that creates a memory that's good for the millennium. You see a lot in a photograph. You see expressions on people's faces. You can see how they dress. You can see the scenery in front of them, behind them. Every time you look at a photograph, you really have to be a detective. And a lot of times people didn't want you to think the only photograph they had was from death, so they would make them look like they're sleeping. My father started Bernie's Photo Center, a camera store in 1958. In the early 70s, I started working over there at the camera store. The museum was an idea in the late 70s, and by the 90s, we were a full-blown museum. In the 1970s and 80s, Pittsburgh had 55 camera stores. Today, we have one, and we're the last one. When you go to most photographic museums in the country and in the world, they're more 20th century. You're going to see Robert Capa and Ansel Adams and more contemporary names that people know. We believe that if you start at the beginning of photography, you have a foundation. Once you have a good foundation, you know where photography started, then you can know where it goes. Since 1821, photography's been analog. In the early 90s, it changed from analog to digital. Well, when that happens, the world changed, right? I mean, let's face it, you can do everything on your phone that a camera can do, but longevity is the key here. I can show you a daguerreotype that's 170 years old, and we can pass it around, and we can look at it. Do you think you'll be able to pass that digital file around 170 years from today? Probably not. The archiving of images and showing people the evolution of photography to where we are today interests me. And why it interests other people is really sometimes even a curiosity. It's old, and yet it could have been made last week. Photography will continue to evolve. Digital photography will change as you know it today. I believe that digital photography, instead of seeing an image on your phone, eventually you'll see holograms.